Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Thaila and I am starting a new YouTube series. I've told myself I was doing this many times before, but I'm actually sitting down and doing it now, and it's basically the start of a new series to document my fitness journey. I've tried a few starting my fitness journeys kind of videos before, and they've always just petered off into nothing. So I really want to stay accountable, which is why I want to actually make a consistent series of videos that will document my fitness journey and hopefully keep me accountable, maybe inspire others if they want to also follow along and do the same, or just want to watch for entertainment. Not that it would be that entertaining, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I just thought I would start the ball rolling, get a video filmed, put down some goals, do my kind of current measurements and what sort of status I'm at right now, and talk about where I kind of want to end up. So yeah, here we go. So I thought I'd start off with a very brief introduction as to who I am. I'm Thaila, I'm 37. I live in Cambridgeshire. I work for a medtech company. I'm based at home and I work at a company called Coloplast, and I love them very much. I use their products and they make a variety of different products. I use their stoma care products. I have a colostomy. That's because of Crohn's disease. I've got a whole series of videos around that side of my life, which I will link to in the description if you want to find out more about that. I'm engaged. That's kind of it. That's kind of a very brief introduction as to who I am. In terms of my fitness journey, I've been back and forth with my weight for many years. Like I was an overweight teenager. I was very underweight when I was ill during kind of end of university, early 20s, and then recovered, had surgery, recovered, and then I've just been in remission from my Crohn's disease for the last decade. And my weight has been consistently high, let's say, for my height. I'm 5'2". So, and I've been kind of what you would class as overweight for most of my life, apart from that very brief period where I was ill. So a couple of years ago, I started doing coaching with Zoe Wright. She's an online coach. She also has inflammatory bowel disease. She actually has colitis. She used to have a stoma. She got it reversed, and so I felt quite comfortable working with her because she kind of knew my condition. She understood the kind of limitations that you might have with an ostomy in terms of fitness and going into the gym and stuff. And so I was really excited to kind of work with her, and I managed to make a lot of progress. I got really familiar with just being in the gym, and I say the gym, it's like my home gym, and just getting used to using weights and understanding macros and, you know, the nutrition side of things. And I made really good progress, and then I sort of stumbled off that track again. I felt like I completed the program, and then it was like, oh, finish now, and it was just a stupid kind of, as I always do with any diet, any fitness program, anything, I do it, I feel really good, I finish it, but you don't really finish anything. And that's now the realization I have, is that this is for life. You can't just do a diet and then finish and then go back to normal and you're going to stay the same. That's not how it works. As sad as that sounds, it's not how it works. You have to completely change your life and make it sustainable and just keep doing that forever. So now I've come to that realization. That's where I am now. So when I keep saying my fitness journey, I don't mean following a fitness program and then finishing. I mean completely transforming the way I live, as in the food choices I make, the habits I make, and yeah, just making it part of my life rather than, oh, I'm just on a diet for a while or whatever. So my goals will change over time. So at the minute I'm in a fat loss era, and then eventually I might be in a building era where I want to actually gain a bit of weight, but mainly muscle. But you know, so I know that will happen over time, but right now, as a starting point, the goal is to lose fat. So where I am right now, I actually did a check-in today, and I've got like a digital scale that connects to an app. I use the Renfo app. So I'm currently, and bear in mind I'm 5'2", I'm 78.6 kilos. Like I say, for my height, it's not good. Now, if I was all muscle, then great, but I'm not all muscle. That is like all fat. So if I look at my body fat percentage, 39.7% body fat. And then if I look at my metabolic age, 44. Now I'm 37, so it's not exactly that far away, but still, come on. So I'm gonna try and do whatever I need to do to reduce the metabolic age that I'm at and basically train for a healthy life and as long as a longer life as possible. And I think a lot of that is going to be reducing the amount of fat I'm carrying. And also I feel sluggish when I'm carrying more fat. You know, it's not aesthetically, I don't care, but in terms of just how I feel, like walking or going up a hill or going upstairs, it's like, this shouldn't be so difficult. You know, I'm not 80, so, you know, I want to be able to get into a place where I'm walking with my family and I'm not trailing at the back and going, go on without me. You know, I want to be up there with them and running around and doing stuff. So part of it is going to be easier if I lose some fat. And obviously, I know I said I don't care about the aesthetics, but I do. Like, I just feel more confident when I'm carrying less fat. Like, if this was my lot for life, it's not the end of the world, but I would like it more if I was just carrying a bit less fat, bit more muscle, you know. So yeah, primarily I'm doing it for health, but I'm not gonna just sit here and go, oh yeah, no, it's not about the aesthetics, because it is. It still is, but it's not the most important thing. If I had to choose for doing it for health or doing it for aesthetics, it's for health. But really, I want it for both. I've also done my measurements. I've also got a digital tape, which basically you use it and then it tracks the number straight into it, so it can read it through Bluetooth as to what the measurement is. I was well excited. So at the minute, my chest is 42 inches, my waist is 34 inches, my hips are 44.9 inches, so nearly 45 inches. My thighs are about 27 inches, my calves are about 15 inches. I know. And my biceps are 12.3 inches. Yeah, so yes, that's kind of what I want to track as well, because the scale, like the weight on the scale is not as important as the body fat percentage for me, but also the inch loss that I really want to do, because I want to do a body recomp. So ideally lose fat and gain muscle, and I think I have to really lose the fat first and then start building muscle based on what I'm left with. So I want to strip down a bit on the fat, see actually what muscles do I have, because I have been I've been in the gym lifting weights, but I don't see any of the results because it's all hidden under the fat. So I want to strip down a bit of the fat, see what I'm actually working with to begin with, and then see, okay, what do I want to work on? Do I want to add more broadness to my shoulders? Do I want to have really big legs? Do I want to improve on my glutes? Whatever. So I actually need to get the fat off a little bit first to see what I'm starting with, and then build on that. So that's the plan. So basically I'm doing 5 days a week in the gym, 2 days rest. I tend to just do Monday to Friday in the gym and then the full weekend off, because it just works for my lifestyle. I work out in the mornings, so before work I go into the gym, lift my weights, and then I'm getting ready for work, and then I have my working day and I don't have to worry about going to the gym after work, so that's good. My workout split at the minute is Monday is quads, Tuesday is chest and triceps, Wednesday's back and biceps, Thursday is glutes and hamstrings, and Friday is shoulders. That's mainly it. Sometimes I will mix them up a little bit depending on how I feel, but that's pretty much been the last sort of split for the last few couple of months now. I really enjoy it. I enjoy feeling like a badass. Some of the moves, like the compound moves, I'll do sort of between 8 to 10 reps at a pretty good weight for me anyway, because I'm still a newbie. And then like the more accessory work, like working my triceps, biceps and stuff like that, I tend to give you like 10 to 12, sometimes 15 reps. So yeah, the big kind of compound heavy movements I'll try and do, I'm trying to push my weight up more and more. With the accessory moves, it's kind of keeping the weight a bit lower, but having a higher rep range. So that's quite good. And I'm also trying to make sure I keep my form good, slow down on my tempo, because I always rush through my workouts, and it's like, no, I need to slow down. So that's a really big focus area for me as well. But I love it. I really enjoy lifting weights. I feel like a badass. Nutrition has always, and probably still will always be the hardest bit for me. I love my food. I love beige food. I love crisps. I love chips. I love anything battered. All the fat. I love bacon. Love bacon. I don't exclude any food groups. I eat everything, and I mean everything. So I'm trying to keep that in mind. I'm going to try and keep with the full eating all food groups, but portion size needs to be reviewed. I tend to start off really good in the beginning of the week and then ruin it at the weekends. So I need to really concentrate on the weekly split, because I don't want to deprive myself of the weekends. Like if we go out, I want to enjoy the food that we have when we go out, but I need to account for it for the rest of the week. And I was watching an Instagram reel from James Smith, I think it was, and he had a really good tip of actually, instead of tracking Monday to Sunday, do Friday to Wednesday. So that you start with seeing what you do over the weekend, and then from after the weekend, see what you've got left for the rest of the week. Because if you're going out and indulging, that's fine, but you then have to counter it for the rest of the week. And it was a really good way to kind of go, okay, if I don't want to have to only eat 1,200 calories per day for the rest of the week, I need to tone it down on the weekends. So it's almost like an incentivizer to kind of go, maybe don't go so indulgent on the weekends, so that you have more for the rest of the week. So that was an interesting way of thinking about it. So I might apply that method. So I'm aiming to do monthly kind of check-ins. So right now it's February 2023. I'm telling myself I've got to do these kind of like monthly check-ins. So the next one will be April, and I'll do a similar sort of thing where I'll sit down, talk about where I am right now, maybe do some body updates. I'm not quite comfortable to do that quite yet, but I might do some progress pictures over time as well. So you'll hopefully get to see the progress that I'm making, if I'm making any progress. And then in between those kind of videos, I'm thinking of doing some other ones. So it could be a day in the life, or what I eat in a day, or even recording some workouts. I might do stuff like that in between those monthly check-ins. We'll see. I don't want to commit too much, but at least the bare minimum, I want to do monthly check-ins here on this channel. I do also have a vlogging channel, so I might do other bits on there, but this will be just my main tracking of my progress over the next, well, I was going to say over the next few months, but really it'll be next few years, that I want to just keep momentum up, because it's a lifestyle thing. It's not just going to be for a while and then I'm going to stop. And it might evolve depending on my goals, but that's we'll just have to see how it goes. But that's what the plan is right now. Monthly check-ins for a fat loss phase, and then after that, where I kind of start to see what I'm working with, that's when I might start then changing it to a building phase, where we actually start building more muscle. And then instead of being in a massive surplus, I might stay around maintenance calories for that, but again, we'll address that when we get to it. Speaking of calories, I did my macros, so I'm currently aiming for, hold on, 1,755 calories a day, 172 grams of protein, 58 grams of fat, 135 grams of carbs. So that's my starting point. I don't feel like that's restrictive at all. I can still get a lot of volume in there. It's not like I'm trying to have 1,000 calories a day. Like I can, if I actually have vegetables, like I keep telling myself I will, I can easily have really filling meals for that amount of calories. So it's just discipline. It's just not having beige food and actually thinking about what I'm eating. I need to do it. So that's the plan. I think that was everything I wanted to talk about. So I'll be documenting on here. I'll also be documenting on Instagram. So I'll put a link in the description so you can follow me there as well. It'd be really good to hear from you. If you are following me on here, let me know on Instagram. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next video, and I'm hoping that I'll be consistent with this series. I really want to, because I want to document all the highs and lows and the progress that I hope to make. So thank you for watching. Hope this wasn't too boring, and let me know in the comments if there's anything particular you want to see, but otherwise I'll see you in the next video.